I will focus on various skin tones with PanPastels for beginners and be using various tools such as Sofft Tool knives, sponges and applicators, pastel pencils and various brushes that will help me achieve hard to get to areas that require special techniques. The paper that I'll be using is Pastelmat by Clairfontaine all the way through these studies, and it's a reliable surface and I know I can build layers and not use any fixative. G'day ladies and gents, welcome to Xrissart, and here I'm demonstrating how I achieve ebony skin tone. I've put together a group of pans which I think would be great to use for this skin type. I used quite a few colours. Actually colours I thought I wouldn't use for this skin type, but the main colours were Red Iron Oxide Extra Dark, Red Iron Oxide Shade, Permanent Red Extra Dark, Burnt Sienna Extra Dark, Black, Violet Extra Dark, Magenta Extra Dark, along with other pan colours to complement colours I've already mixed. Ebony is the darkest of all the skin types I'm showcasing in this study series. My goal is to achieve a beautiful glow, which is a lovely feature of this skin type. So I start off with deciding where my darks and lights are and find that's the most easiest way to start for me. As I've mentioned on many occasions, the beauty of this medium is that you can mix and make new colours. I use cartridge paper to mix on, which is 110 GSM. This is thick enough for me to mix colours prior to painting on the surface. I mix both ways, on the palette paper and on the painting surface. Because I have quite a few examples to showcase, I thought to split up the faces into two and will try to give some contrast between the skin types. With that in mind, I mix quite a bit of Violet Extra Dark as the underlayer to help with that glow, and she looks quite purple there for a while. I want the underlayer to come through as and when I build the other pan colours down the track. Having applied quite a bit of Violet Extra Dark, I need to desaturate by using raw Umber Extra Dark, which is a perfect colour when desaturating, and mixed with Burnt Sienna Extra Dark, Red Iron Oxide Extra Dark to give just a smidgen of warmth and a little touch of black, but not too much, as this will flatten the sheen of the skin. I mean, after all, I'm trying to get that nice glow. The colour I use for the highlight and or glow is Chromium Oxide Green Tint. When mixing colours, it would be beneficial to have a sound knowledge of colour mixing or an idea of how colour mixing works. For example, something as simple as mixing red and yellow makes orange, of course. And then what happens when we add blue? So that goes with all mediums, whether you're using oils, acrylics, watercolour, colour pencil, and the list goes on. I will put a link of how to mix PanPastels in the description box below and a pop-up card in the top right hand corner of this video for you to view when you get a chance. So back to Miss Ebony. Funny, it seems I'm giving these ladies a nickname as I paint them. Like Miss Porcelain on the left side of the face, for the glow and highlighting Miss Ebony, I use Chromium Oxide Green Tint. Mixing this pan colour gave me two things. The number one, the green pigment desaturated the violet, and two, the tint pigment of the Chromium Oxide tint, which is white, gave me the highlight I need to achieve the glow. But I'm always careful when colour mixing that it doesn't go muddy, so there's a fine line when mixing colours. If you get stuck and you think mixing this skin type or any skin type is not working for you, I suggest to do a practice on another piece of paper and see what happens when you start mixing the pans. Perhaps the surface you're using is not toothy enough for you to build layers. So therefore you have to keep that in mind. surface has everything to do with it. And that's why I choose to paint on Pastelmat, as it withstands many layers, and which is how I like to work. I couldn't tell you exactly how much of each colour of each pan I use, but I can tell you I keep chopping and changing and mixing until I get the right shade by carefully looking at my colour guide, which is beside my subject. Mind you, this is just a guide, and I will leave an example of this in the description box below. When mixing PanPastels for beginners for skin tones, I use 4 steps. I mean, I suppose you can use these steps in general, but number 1, block in lights and darks with Sofft Tool sponges. Number 2, build layers and get ready to refine areas with small Sofft Tool applicators. Number 3, refine areas with small bristle brush. And number 4, apply pastel pencils to fine areas for polish and sparkle. Another thing to note, when applying your PanPastel layers on Pastelmat, the first few layers will be blotchy. Just keep on working until the layers smooth out. You may notice I have a transparent sheet of paper over the left side of the face. This is glassine, which is a great tool for protecting areas or leaning your hand when working on the surface. I go in, and once I feel I've taken the PanPastel layers to the max, which is usually about 80 to 90%, I then go in with the pastel pencils for some very fine details. And it's not until then that I see my subject coming together. Pastel pencils work beautifully over the PanPastel layers and give that special sparkle or polish that I want. If you have any questions relating to the art supplies I use, or you may have another way of achieving ebony skin types, please leave your comment in the comment section below. For more information and future videos, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any videos as I upload them. I'm Chrissy. Thanks for watching, and keep on keeping on.